All right, looks like we are live. So yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Let's Chat Live episode 150. Wow, it's definitely quite a number, that isn't it? 150 streams, pretty cool, isn't it? So let's see my voice back, shall we? So waiting for me is Ozzy and Shadow. Let's go and say hello to him, shall we? Hey Joseph, welcome. Hey guys. How's it going? And I can barely hear you as well, guys. It must be Discord being stupid again.
How about now?
Okay, that's better. There we go. I've got you on full. I've got you guys on full volume as well, so I can hear you as well. Hey, Exalted Nerd and Joshua and Darth Prime, welcome. So, yeah, we're going live right now, guys. So yeah, how have your weeks been?
It's been better than last week.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's heavy rain here. I think there's a storm going on out there.
Ouch.
Doesn't affect me though, because I'm a nice warm house. I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, a few minutes ago I finished watching Scarface.
I noticed. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite films, Scarface. It's one of my favorite 80s films of all time. Yeah, amazing film.
Yeah, I lost my little friend.
Yeah, I love that. So yeah, when it comes to this week, it's been pretty good for me too as well, and I'm also pretty happy because yesterday I got promoted to a permanent role at my job, so that's good.
Nice. Oh, congratulations, congrats.
Yeah, so it looks like I'll be sticking around longer now, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not really a fan of it. I'm so used to the older version.
This is another example of old is better than new.
Definitely. Never thought that would include Discord. Flipping heck.
I mean, the only thing I like about the only new change I like is mostly the theming because I prefer dark theming. Other than that, can I go back to the old one?
I mean, you could have dark theme on the older version too, so it's not much of a difference, really, is it?
I mean, like a full black screen is what I meant.
Wait, so even if you put it in light mode on your phone, it's still going to be in dark on there?
I think it kind of depends on like how you set it up because there's like the device setting theming. I mean, I always keep mine on black.
Yeah, me too, because I don't want to get blinded by the brightness of the light version. It blinds me.
Yeah, I don't need to become Daredevil.
Yeah, I'm way too good to be Daredevil. So when it comes to what I've been watching this week, guys, I've watched quite a variety of things. Well, actually, not really variety per se, but a series of films, and that, of course, is the films of Hellraiser.
Yep.
And Shadow, especially this is to you. You weren't kidding when you said that Hellraiser 3 was the best of the sequels.
It was, and that to me is the end.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see any sign of sequel baiting because Pinhead got destroyed, didn't he?
Yeah, and that was before they tried ripping off Event Horizon.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Bloodline, in my opinion, was terrible. Oh my god! But I mean, Shadow, you probably, Shadow, you probably did definitely do the right thing stopping on Bloodline, didn't you?
I did, because I despise that film.
Yeah, it's terrible. I can see why you stopped, and trust me, you're not missing much if you don't watch what came after it. I mean, I ended my time with Hellraiser today with Hellraiser Hellworld, and there is reasons why I chose to watch that, guys, and stop there. It's because that's the last film in the franchise to star Doug Bradley as Pinhead, who's my favourite character in the franchise. And it just doesn't seem right to me how they've done films since then without Doug. In my opinion, it doesn't feel right. And there's also an actor who stars in this film who I also wanted to watch as part of my promise to support him by watching his projects, old and new, and that's Henry Cavill.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of want to see Hellseeker or what.
Well, that's up to you. That's up to you.
I kind of want to see Hellboy just because of Henry.
I mean, you can literally skip what came out of Bloodline and go straight to if you want to. You're missing nothing. And Lance Henriksen was also great in the film as well. I mean, Lance Henriksen's a great actor and voice actor, so I had faith in him. So he was really good in it for what it was worth. But the film was still not good, in my opinion, though, really, because it had the same problems that previous ones had. But Henry and Lance and Doug made it more tolerable compared to before. I'll say that. It's the best one, in my opinion, since the third movie, actually. But it's not saying much because it's still not good, in my opinion, though. And this was definitely one of Henry's early roles because he sounded really young in it. This was 2005, though, so I can see why he'd sound young in it. Because I think then he was 22 when that film released. So he was younger than me, so when he did that film, so wow. Hey guys, we're joining. Nice to see you guys here. And in terms of other things I watched for, guys, I did also as well, unfortunately, watch Home Alone 3 again. I think it was on Monday that I saw it. And yeah, I thought, and yes, I still think it's trash to this day.
Well, good thing it doesn't exist.
Yeah, pretend it doesn't exist for your own sake. It's best that way because it's not worth watching in the slightest. I mean, to me, it's anything but a Home Alone movie, and I think even if you watch it pretending it's not Home Alone, it still sucks in my opinion because many of the characters are so unlikable, and there's plot holes too as well.
Yeah, I'm still wondering why the movie starts like it starts. Why?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally just like high school, isn't it, Ozzy? Really?
I'm like,
criminals.
What does that have to do with Home Alone?
Nothing to do with Home Alone whatsoever. Even the music is sort of plays too doesn't feel like Home Alone. It's not magical. And also, speaking of a magical, it doesn't even take place at Christmas. It takes place in January.
Really? I'm like, why? That's a stupid idea.
I
don't know.
And what's also stupid is it doesn't take place at Christmas, but it still features the song "Let It Snow" in the film. "Let It Snow" is that a Christmas song?
Yeah, that's a Christmas song. So why would you include it? Christmas is over.
Exactly. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense why would do that. So yeah, unfortunately, guys, I'll be watching the absolute dreaded one on tomorrow. Rewatching it, which I dare not speak the name of.
No. Don't speak the name. Don't say the name. I mean, I'm not going to speak the name, but I will tell you this: that is the worst Christmas movie I have ever seen in my entire life.
You know what? I don't blame you for saying that because it's atrocious from start to finish. It's like 1 hour and 24 minutes, I think, the runtime, but it's 1 hour and 24 minutes of pure torture. Oh my god. But I'm a plus. At least you guys get to see me trash talk it.
Yeah, at least. Oh, that's gonna be great.
Yeah. Hello to everyone who's joining as well. Welcome.
And when it comes to
wait, Shadow, I wasn't finished.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You'll talk when I say you can.
Okay, sorry.
Right. So, and in terms of television as well, guys, I watched the first episode of a show which is on Paramount Plus as well, which stars Zoe Saldana and Morgan Freeman. And this is a show I want to check out because those two have my respect these days, and I want to support them. And this, of course, is a show called Special Ops Lioness. I watched the first episode and I thought it was good.
All right, then.
Yeah, I thought it was good. That's what I'll say. I'll probably watch episode 2 tomorrow if I have time to, but it's because these days I don't have much time to watch television because I'm so busy, So that's how it is, really. Because I'm so busy. And so Shadow, when it comes to what you've seen as well, I see you managed to watch a film that's been loads of buzz about recently. A film that's not even made about Hollywood, but made in Japan. And that's Godzilla -1.
Oh yeah, I saw it and I freaking loved it.
I can probably guess it's one of your favorite films of this year, isn't it?
I would rank it as my third favorite.
Third, nice one.
Yeah, Sisu and Oppenheimer still takes the top spots.
Well, that's cool then.
And of course, I managed to rewatch Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey.
Oh, I love that film.
And yesterday, I managed to see Wonka, and I thought it was okay.
I'll probably watch when it comes to streaming because my brother's lost interest now, so I don't think I want to watch it at the cinema, really.
I mean, the fact that it's a prequel to the 1971 film, it ruined the movie for me.
That tells what I need to know because I of course, as you guys know, hate that movie. So yeah, that makes me concerned about Wong, how it's a prequel to it for some reason. Like, why not just make it a prequel to the book in general, not the 1971 movie? Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet, he was the best part of the film.
Well, I don't doubt it for 1 second because he's a great actor.
And he's a great singer too.
Is he? That's cool. Did he actually sing it, Shadow? Or is it auto-tune?
Pretty sure it was him.
Well, that's good to know because, as you guys know, I hate auto-tune. So yeah. But yeah, one day if I'm busy, I'm not busy, I'll try to watch Godzilla -1 because I've heard great things about it. And nowadays, I tend to trust Godzilla Productions if made in Japan because, you know, Godzilla was made in Japan. So yeah, I can trust the country that created him.
And not only that, but the director has actually recently earned my respect.
I think I know why. It's because of that response to a film, isn't it?
Yep, the one I just put in the matchup.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, this guy's pretty nice. Takashi Yamazaki. He's even holding a statue of Godzilla too. Oh wow. Yeah, that's just how you thanks to fans, isn't it? That's just how you do it.
Yep. And one day I'll definitely see if I can check out more of his films.
I'd love to, definitely, because as you guys know, I'm trying to move away from Hollywood stuff these days. And yeah, I know a lot of people have been telling me that, you know, Japanese Godzilla's the GOAT when it comes to Godzilla productions, and I think this film is proof of that.
It definitely was.
I mean, Shadow, you said it's your favourite one, didn't you? So does that mean it's better than you know, Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yes.
Oh, nice one. Well, I'm definitely excited to check it out now. I mean, because I love Godzilla vs. Kong, so I wonder what I'll think of this film then.
And also, one thing I love about the film is how it completely makes Hollywood look stupid.
I mean, I can assume there's no war crap in it.
It's not. And it's only made on a $15 million budget.
$50 million? Wow. This goes to show that even with a small budget, compared to other films, you can still do a great job. Yeah, it's really cool that how, you know, small budget, but, you know, a great film nonetheless. That's pretty cool. I mean, one of the best examples I can say of like films which, you know, use mostly practical effects and not much budget was probably the Evil Dead films.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think as well, when it comes to low budget as well, most on practical effects, Terrifying films as well.
Yes.
So, Ozzy, aside from, you know, Scarface, what else have you checked out this week?
Well, yesterday I did watch the new animated Wimpy Kid movie, and you know what? It was actually decent.
Decent? I mean, would you say it was better than the other animated films before it, or the one was still better?
Oh yeah, by far.
It's better than the two of them?
Yeah, better than the last two animated ones.
That's good. And I can assume it's much better than The Wrong Hall.
Way better than The Wrong Hall.
Well, thank God for that. I once saw a funny image of Godzilla just demolishing Hollywood. I'd love to see that. I'll definitely laugh my head off at that.
Yeah. But then, unfortunately, I did watch two bad Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, yeah. Was one of them that Jewish film called 8 Crazy Nights?
Yep, I did not like it.
Well, I think that film, based on what I heard, sounds like an insult to people who celebrate Hanukkah. Is it, you know, the Jewish celebration?
Yep, Hanukkah, and then I rewatched Jack and Jill.
Oh God, I hated that film. I've only seen it once, guys. It's trash.
Well, that doesn't help the fact that was the first Adam Sandler movie I saw in theaters.
Ouch. He's done much better films, was he? So yeah, there's plenty of good ones for you to check out if you ever want to.
Yeah, I've seen way better Adam Sandler comedies like Happy Gilmore and 50 First Dates and even Pixels. I mean, that's a guilty pleasure movie for me, but that was way better than Jack and Jill.
I've not seen that film.
I highly recommend Uncut Gems.
Yeah, that I still need to watch along with Billy Madison.
Yeah, please check out Uncut Gems, especially once Adam do like a different type of role he usually does, where it's a dramatic role.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah, because in my opinion, that's his best performance.
And another movie that has not gotten that many good reviews, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. I would say Hubie Halloween.
Oh yeah, I thought that one was pretty good too. I saw that last year. Yeah, it was a pretty good film. I especially loved how many credits he paid tribute to Cameron Boyce, who we lost far too soon. Cameron Boyce.
Yeah, way too soon.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. I love how he had made a tribute to him because apparently he was going to be in the film, but sadly he died before we could get into film it. Sadly. And so when it comes to Jack and Jill, well, the only scene that I smile at when I see the film, because for most of the film I've got an angry face on because how bad the film is. The only scene that I smile at is Johnny Depp's scene.
Same here.
Yeah, because Johnny Depp is an absolute legend. Every time I see him, I'm always gonna be really happy because Johnny's a legend.
I mean, even though I haven't seen the movie yet, the only thing I would like about the film about Johnny is the scene where Al Pacino goes, "It must not be seen by anyone."
Yeah, if we're talking about the main cast, but I think Al Pacino was the best part of the film, more as his fictional self.
I was also gonna say this. This movie is also how I got introduced to Al Pacino.
Really, ouch. For me, it was it was Scarface.
At least I made up for it by literally watching Scarface today.
Yeah, did. If you want to see more of Al Pacino over Ozzy, I would recommend the Godfather trilogy. If you've not seen it,
yeah, I still need to.
Please do. Yeah, it's pretty good, and I think he's also good in House of Gucci as well by Ridley Scott as well a couple of years ago. I thought he was good in that.
Yeah, that one has Jared Leto and all that makeup to the point where you can't even recognize him.
Yep, alongside others like Adam Driver, Lady Gaga, and Jeremy Irons. Got a great cast in it. And yes, Adam Driver in that film is much better than he has Kylo Ren too as well.
Yep, I'm gonna watch Adam in any other movie than that one.
Yeah, anything Adam Driver's been in so far that I've seen, he's been much better in that compared to Kylo Ren. That film included. Oh yeah, love Heat. Heat's a masterpiece from 1995, weren't it? Yeah, I love that film.
Yes.
Yeah, incredible. And Robert De Niro was also awesome in it as well.
And then we got The Devil's Advocate, another fantastic film.
Yeah, I would recommend that film too. Pretty good movie.
Alan Keanu.
Yeah, my first actor's in it too, of course, which is why I watched it in the first place.
Yeah, those two definitely had fantastic chemistry.
That's cool. You thought Godzilla Minus One was part of a MonsterVerse? Well, I didn't really keep up to date with the whole thing with which films were in what, so I didn't know. I just looked at the film and I saw it was independent from a MonsterVerse, so maybe that's a good thing because it can do something new, really, and it looks like it's done just that, really. That's it. Patrick's on. Hey, Patrick, welcome.
Oh, hey, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Good evening.
Good evening. Nice to have you here.
Good evening.
Hi, so I'm actually here because I wanted to share something with the three of you.
Yeah, sure. What is it?
So here's what I'm curious about that I'll ask first.
By all means.
How are you three when it comes to drawing artwork?
Terrible.
I'm not the best, really, to be honest.
If you ask me, the closest thing I can do to a Mona Lisa is stick people.
Yeah, I can do. I can do stick people.
Yeah.
All right.
I can draw Transformers and Dalek from Doctor Who and stuff like that.
So I haven't been super confident in my art abilities either for a while. For a while, for example, when I was a kid, I was pretty good when it came to drawing stuff. And
that's cool.
Oh, hi to the person in the chat who said greetings, Patrick.
Yeah, it's
Don't know
Declan.
if you did it.
Declan, yeah, he said hi to you.
Okay. By the way, Declan, it's written without a C. My name. It's Patrik. There's no C in it. So
Yeah.
I don't blame you. It's an easy mistake to make.
I mean, isn't that like a Danish variation of the actual English term Patrick?
I don't think so. There are some Danish people with the name spelled with a C, so I don't really know why mine is spelled without. Oh, hey, Joseph just showed up too.
Yeah, he's been here since the stream started. Yeah, saying hi to you now.
Yeah, but basically what I was saying was, so my artwork for a while I haven't been super pleased with. So I basically decided to try out something a bit different. So I tried to see if I could mimic the art style of another artist to try and create something new.
All right.
So I got inspired by the guy who drew that, who made that animation for how it should have ended. You know that.
Yeah, how it have ended. Yeah, I know that series.
Yeah, you know that one frame by frame animated Arkham Asylum animation that they made a while back.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, didn't Brock Baker voice the Joker in that?
Might have done. I know he's an impressionist on YouTube. He might have done.
Yeah, but so you remember that one, right? How that was animated and the art style?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've got a vivid memory of it.
Well, I decided to look at the channel of the guy who animated it, and I decided to try and see if I could mimic the art style, but with my own little flair to it, so that I wasn't just, like ripping off the art style.
That's a good idea.
So, essentially, what I have made is concept art for a series that I'm planning on making in the future. It's not going to be frame by frame animated because I am not good enough or patient enough to do that.
I can relate.
So it's going to be like motion graphics animation instead. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Goody. So I want to show the three of you the concept art I have drawn.
By all means.
It's taken me an eternity to make.
Eternity? Wow, you must have done well.
It's basically a background that I've drawn and a character that I've drawn.
Oh, wow.
And what I mimicked with that artist art style is that I noticed that when looking at his stuff, I noticed that he would always draw all the moving objects and characters with lines, while all the backgrounds wouldn't have lines. There would just be colors put together to make shapes so that it would be enough background so that you can easily tell the moving things from the background. Pretty clever, I think. So I did the same thing. So the background doesn't have any line work, but the character is drawn with lines.
Okay, that's cool. So have you?
I'm going
to show
put it in the No Mic chat.
Please do, yeah.
Give me a second. Gotta add in the tags.
Take your time.
And well, here it is. You free? Tell me what you think.
Oh wow!
That looks good.
Who's that supposed to be? With Super? Is that supposed to be you?
Well, it's essentially one of those things where, like, it's a characterized version of yourself, where, like, it's kind of supposed to be like you, but it's an exaggerated, over-the-top version.
Yeah, I thought it was you because, the way, the facial expression, it reminds me of the way you smile. So, yeah, I kind of figured it, really. And I like this, design you've done for this office, is it? Detail's pretty good for it, too, I must say.
Yeah, it's drawn in 4K if you click on it and click on open in browser and you zoom in on it.
Yeah, it's very impressive what you've done. Wow. Look at this. Wow. Did a cracking job of this one.
Yeah, so essentially what I did was that I went into my 3D animation software called Minimator, where I then modeled a bunch of 3D models that I added some black lines to so that they could easily make themselves out from a white background.
Yeah.
And then I set them up in a specific way I wanted, and then made a render of that. And then I basically drew the shapes over that to use as reference. And then I drew all the other details on top, added the colors, and then went through the long, painstaking process of drawing shadows and lighting on it.
Oh, I can imagine that could be a nightmare. Shadows and all that. Oh, goodness me.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, the lighting looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Just remember that lighting was a nightmare to draw because each
I
thing,
can imagine.
you might notice that the table and the bookshelf and the filing cabinets, they all have this little shadow around them, right?
Yeah,
see
I know.
that?
Yeah, I noticed them. Yeah.
yeah.
That's because each one of them were separately drawn, and to make sure that they didn't all blend together, because they all have the same colors.
Yeah,
I
of course.
added that shadow to make them stick out more from each other. Each one was separately drawn, and the shadows is essentially an extra layer I added on top that is almost completely black where the shadows are, and then I just turned down the opacity on it.
Well, I think that's really cool. Yeah, you did a great job with it. And when you say it took you an eternity to draw, Patrick, how long did it literally take? Was it weeks or many weeks, or how long did it take to do?
Oh no, I'm more referring to hours. I think this took me roughly 2 days to make.
2 days. Wow.
2 days.
Wow. I'd never be able to do something like that in 2 days. It's probably way too hard for me.
I don't.
But yeah, well done to you.
I'm kind of curious, what kind of vibes does the Office image give you guys? Like, what kind of information does it get across to you about the person who lives in it?
Well, it does remind me of Haishi's style. I'll give you that. And I mean, when you say person that's in it, Patrick, do you mean like because it's purple, it's making me think of a Joker, for example?
Oh no, the purple is just the art style.
And based
for example, you can.
I mean,
you can see like, for example, there are bookshelves.
Yeah, filing cabinets. Yeah, filing cabinets, and you even done cobwebs on this shelf, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but here's the thing: can you see what the two other things that in the bookshelf are?
I can see books, and also a purple book in particular, and also 3 glass bottles, and something like brown on the bottom. Like, what's that supposed to be?
That's actually supposed to be like, this is a deep cut, but this is basically supposed to be like God damn it, I forgot what it's called. It's those things you put a very old music record into.
Oh, okay, one of those. All right, and what are the green balls supposed to be?
Drinks.
Drinks, as in like alcohol drinks.
Yep.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm curious. Can you guys tell what the box-shaped thing is on the table?
Wait, the thing on the. Do you mean on the right, Patrick?
On the table in the middle.
Yeah,
you tell
I'm looking.
what the
Yeah.
box-shaped thing is on the table.
I mean, it looks like a radio to me.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an old-timey radio.
Old-time radio. Okay.
Well,
basically, it's specifically designed to look like a radio from the 50s.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually. An old radio, yeah.
Yeah, like long before any of us were born.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Patrick, when it comes to this office, who is supposed to be working in it exactly? Is it a particular character or something?
Well, basically, the idea I have in mind is that I kind of want to see if I can make this series on occasions as kind of like a side project, where it's essentially this characterized version of myself playing like a detective. And it's essentially a series where I'll be talking about like Lost Wave.
Okay, so is it basically like a story of you in the 50s or something being a detective?
Yeah, that's kind of like the joke, basically.
Well, I
But
think it's
what
a
the
good
series
idea,
is
actually.
definitely going to be mostly about is talking about like Lost Wave. Are you guys familiar with what that is?
No, I've never heard of it, so no.
No, I don't think so.
It's the community online that attempts to identify mysterious unknown songs in which we don't know who made the songs or what the songs' titles are.
I see.
For example, there's quite a lot of different cases of times where like people recorded songs on the radios in the 80s and 90s using cassette tapes, only to look back and find that some of their cassette tapes contain songs they recorded off of the radio that there is like no identification for. And like you look up the lyrics for those songs, you get nothing. Where like it's a complete mystery who made them, because apparently they played a lot of very obscure songs on the radios back then. Some so obscure that we almost know next to nothing about them, to the point where they become mysteries about who made them or what the songs are called, that sort of thing.
So this project is basically about you being in the 50s, finding what these songs are actually called, Patrick, and who recorded them.
Well, no, it's more that I look at different cases of them, talk about them, and basically share what information there currently are on them. And it's more or less the idea that I want to spread the word. Because, for example, one of the most popular cases of a Lost Wave song was one that had like a placeholder title of Stay the Second Time Around, where like it was a song that was recorded using a cassette tape off of a German radio station back in 1986, I think it was, or 85. And what happened was they only recorded the ending of this song. Then, like years later, in the early 2000s, they rediscovered this cassette tape and, of course, wanted to know what song this was. But again, they couldn't for the life of them figure it out. They looked up the lyrics, they got nothing. So for years, they had no idea what song this was. Someone then uploaded it because they uploaded it to the website in the hopes that someone could identify it. And then someone else took that clip of the ending that they recorded on the cassette tape and uploaded that to YouTube in the hopes that someone could identify it. But again, nothing. It wouldn't be until almost 13 years later, in 2013, that the song would finally be identified, because a radio host had came across the mystery on Reddit, because they had talked about it on Reddit, and decided to play that snippet of the song, that ending, on their radio show in the hopes that someone would identify it. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what happened. Someone called in and identified it as a very obscure 1986 song called On the Roof by Swedish musician Johan Lindell. And that's the most well-known case of a solved Lost Wave song. And again, it was ultimately solved because it got more publicity, to the point where someone who knew the song came across the mystery.
Wow. Well, I hope this, song hunting goes well for you, Patrick, on this, project you're doing. Yeah, I hope it all goes well for you.
Yeah, I want to document these cases and spread the word about them.
Yeah, of course you do that. Yeah. Yeah, you do that. Good idea.
Of course, is that I'll be playing a 50s detective trying to solve these cases, but failing miserably at it, because the main goal of the series is to, spread the word, not solve the cases, because I know I'm not smart enough to solve these cases. So that's going to be the running joke, basically.
It's funny. It's funny that you say you're smart, Patrick, because doesn't your YouTube description say that you're apparently a smart idiot?
Yeah, because because I'm a big fan of that self-deprecating humor.
Yeah, well, personally, I don't think you're an idiot, Patrick. I think you're awesome.
Oh yeah, sure. But again, I like to have some of that humility in there, also because I know despite the fact that I have my moments of brilliance and such,
Yeah,
I
you do.
also very well have my moments of sheer stupidity. Because seriously, if I had a penny for every single goddamn time in my life I was looking for something in my house or in my room that turned out to have been right in front of my nose the entire time, I'd be a freaking millionaire.
I can definitely relate to you in that sense. I can really relate.
Yes, I'm here. I can relate.
Yeah. So Patrick, last week when you came on, you told us.
Such an idiot when that happened.
Yeah, Patrick. So last week when you came on, you told us you watched the Octopus James Bond film with your dad, didn't you? So you're planning to see him again soon to watch another one.
I don't know when it'll be. We don't. I don't tend to visit him like super often. It's usually he comes to me about these things.
Okay, and is that
I don't know when it'll be.
And is that also all the time you have to be able to watch movies? Because didn't you say that you don't really watch a lot of things nowadays?
Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of stuff.
I mean, that's
so
fine.
It'll be when.
Yeah, because I imagine you're very busy, aren't you?
To visiting him.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, and when it comes to TV as well, Patrick, you don't really watch television, do you? Really, unless it's like anime, do you?
Yeah, I rarely watch TV shows unless they get either like strongly recommended and I build an interest in them, or because I need to get a clip from them, and watching the few clips I have to sift through to get the clip I want ends up interesting me enough that I want to check out the whole thing.
Well, if you want to watch a show,
the former is how I ended up watching Arcane. For example.
Oh yeah, Arcane was phenomenal. Can't wait for its second series, and also Patrick, if you want a show which has had acclaim from fans and is got one of the best shows ever, I'd strongly recommend Breaking Bad if you've not seen episodes of that.
Oh, trust me, I'm aware that Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are like amazing TV shows.
Yes, they are. And Patrick, for those people who watch my stream who are not aware, how are you aware of the show's existence on the internet?
You mean all the memes?
Yes, because isn't that the reason why you first discovered the show? Because of the memes on the internet about it?
I don't remember when it was that I first found out about Breaking Bad. It must have been like a decade ago or something. But like, yeah, it wouldn't shock me if like the first exposure I had to it was probably through memes.
Yeah, because
that honestly wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, because it was like a weird phase where all of a sudden they started appearing out of nowhere. Like a few years after the show finished, it just became popular again thanks to the memes. But when people say Breaking Bad became relevant due to memes, I personally think it's always been relevant because it's simply one of the best shows ever made, and it's still popular because of that reason, and also because Better Call Saul was airing in 2015 onward, weren't it, until last year. So because fans will notice a prequel to Breaking Bad, they're still going to be interested in Breaking Bad, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, Patrick, if you ever have time on your hands, I would definitely recommend Breaking Bad, and you'll definitely see why it's got acclaim from fans. You'll definitely see why if you have a chance to check out the series.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it is my favorite live action series actually as well.
Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, and I have it on Blu-ray as well. And but when it comes to animation, my favorite animated show and my favorite show all time in general is Batman animated series. Because personally, Patrick, I don't know if you have the same opinion as me or not, but personally, I think DC is better in animation and in video games than in live action, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's like when it comes to their live action stuff, for me, it seems like it's just kind of like 50.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, yeah.
It's some good stuff. I mean, like, for example, I haven't seen The Batman yet, but I have heard that's, like, a great movie. And
it is great,
I haven't seen Joker either, and I know that's great, too.
Yeah, great.
And they've also had stuff like, the Justice League film by Zack Snyder specifically, I've heard is also pretty good.
It is, yeah.
They also have stuff like, what are some specific examples? All right, they also had the Suicide Squad. I've heard that's good too.
Yeah, I think it's good.
They've also had stuff like Suicide Squad 2016.
Yeah, which
they've also had stuff like Superman versus Batman. I don't know about other people, but I haven't heard great things about that one.
I like it. I like Batman vs Superman.
Theatrical version is fine.
Ultimate Edition is a true version to me.
Ultimate Edition is true. It's a true one.
Basically, like they have like some good stuff that gets out every once in a while, but then you also get some really bad stuff every once in a while.
Unfortunately,
like
yeah.
a movie that either does really well, or the goddamn Batgirl cancellation I'm salty about.
Yes.
I'm actually happy that I got cancelled.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been good based on what I heard about it, unfortunately. Probably for the right move, really. And so, yeah, when it comes to DC, of course, in my opinion, their best media in terms of television is DC animated universe shows. And in my opinion, their best video games are Batman Arkham games.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. Yeah.
The Arkham trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's just a trilogy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, wait to play Arkham Origins. That game's really good as well. The only downside is, unfortunately, guys, it's impossible to platinum because it has an online mode, which was unfortunately shut down. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I'm 100%ing that.
Then again, though, guys, I'm not going to platinum any of the Arkham games because of those Riddler trophies.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I'm not platinum either.
I'm just gonna enjoy a story.
Yeah, that's what I do. And you know, I just sometimes I just screw around in Gotham.
Just have fun, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather do. Just give me I just like finish the story, mess around the free roam, and then call it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, usually every time I finish the story, I just shut down boss fights.
Yeah, because they have them as like side missions, don't they? You know, Most Wanted, is it? Yeah. Which is pretty fun, actually.
I'm actually kind of curious about something.
Yeah, Patrick, go on.
Have any of you guys played Crash Bandicoot 4?
No, not yet.
No, I don't think so.
Well, the reason why is because you talk about these platinums and finishing the game 100%, and that reminds me. So, you know how I watched this video game reviewer called Kagigarus, right?
Yeah, I think you mentioned him before, Patrick, yeah.
Yeah, well, he did a review on Crash 4 that I watched, and the thing is, he praised the game to hell and back for many different things, but there was one element of the game that he strongly criticized.
What was that?
By the way, Blaze said he would be on mute.
Yeah, it's fine. No problem. Welcome, Blaze.
Hey, Blaze.
So basically, the big criticism he launched the game was that it was categorically one of the worst games he had ever played when it came to completion. Saying that the process, like he complained how like in the previous games, going from playing the game normally to playing the game for completion was like jumping from easy to hard mode. But that when you do the same thing with Crash 4, it's like going from easy to you will be a wrinkly old corpse before you finish this game.
Goodness me! So does it take ages to do?
Well, he actually showed how long it took him to finish the game 100%. And do you know how long that took him?
Well, when you mentioned the idea of being old and wrinkly, did it take him years to complete it?
Oh no! That would have been unrealistic.
Okay. was it weeks, months?
Just a measly 68 hours.
68 hours. Goodness me. Did he play it all in that time, or did he take breaks, Patrick?
I'm not entirely sure, but he definitely said that it was utterly ridiculous that it took that long
I can imagine.
for him to beat the game, saying that some of the ways that you have to beat some of these levels in order to beat the game 100% were some of the most miserable experiences of rage and difficulty he's dealt with in any game he's ever played.
Oh man. Well, I feel sorry for Cargigerus then because of that. Yeah, I can definitely relate when it comes to raging.
I mean, it kind of reminds me.
So the basic thing is he basically he didn't say this directly, but he basically insinuated that in his opinion the game is great and fun to play normally, but if you want to go for completion, well, you might as well just quit the game.
I'll probably just do a story more then and just end it there then for my own sake. If I'm good, if he found it hard, I might probably find it hard too. So yeah, I don't want to complete it now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even interested in Crash Bandicoot, so I think I'm good.
Sounds good, yeah.
If you watch his actual video, we're interested in hearing about the full criticisms because, like, there's no way I can encapsulate all his criticisms of the completion of the game in just my words here. So it's probably better to just watch his actual video on it if you are interested in hearing his criticisms.
I think I will. Yeah, I mean, Patrick, is the video funny in your opinion? Because he's ranting about criticism. Is it funny in your opinion?
It's hilarious both because of the jokes he makes and because of the hilariousness of the misery.
Okay, I've got to see this. This will be good. Really, Declan? Rambo for Life played Bound Forever on that, and he gave up. Goodness, was it? I mean, was it a hard game? That.
Oh my god, no, not that game.
Is it bad?
I hate that game so much. Yes, I hate that game.
What even happens in it exactly, that Bound Forever game, guys?
The button combinations, they are horrendous along with the actual gameplay. Like, literally, Batman's animation along with Robin's is literally Mortal Kombat animation.
So it's basically Mortal Kombat ripoff, is it?
Yeah, I would imagine
Mortal... hear what game we were talking
Batman
about.
Forever, Patrick.
From what I just heard.
It's Batman Forever.
We were talking about... I was guessing it was Dark Tomorrow we were talking about.
No, this is Batman Forever on a console called the SNES, I think it is. Don't know what console that is.
The Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
I've heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
I played it.
I've heard about that game.
Yeah. Yeah. So and apparently Rambo Flav gave up after a 4th level. Ouch.
And you are now speaking to someone who actually has played the game.
And Ozzy, and you've told us it's bad, haven't you?
Yes, the button combination is horrendous.
Well, don't expect to play it anytime soon, then.
Yeah, because you have to because literally even to use the grapple, you have to push down on the D-pad and B at the same time at a specific combination just to use the grapple hook. Like, I was trapped on that level for so many hours.
Ouch. But on a more positive note, though, guys, I might show you guys what I've got this week, if that's okay.
Alright.
Yeah, so in terms of unboxings, guys, I was able to unbox after I got back from the gym earlier my figure of Iron Man as he appears in Captain America Civil War. So yeah, guys, I finally got a figure of what Downey Jr.'s Iron Man unboxed, which I'm very happy about. And then
I am Iron Man.
Yeah. And then today, guys, unfortunately, I could not get any figures because I didn't see any that I wanted, sadly, today. Yeah.
That sucks.
However, guys, I did, get 2 games and 5 movies and something else as well. So the first game is a PS3 game, and this is part of a fighting game franchise. And so I want to guess what franchise this fighting game is from.
Tekken?
No, it's not Tekken, sadly.
Mortal Kombat? Street Fighter?
No, it's not like either of those two.
Okay, never mind. I have Soul Calibur.
Yeah, it's Soul Calibur. Can you guess which one it is? It's on PS3 as well, so...
Soul Calibur 4?
No, that's one I want to get most because of the Star Wars characters in it.
The first one?
No, I don't know if that's on PS3 or not, is it?
I'm just Googling the ones that were released on PS3. Oh, hey, Don.
Welcome, Don.
Okay.
Yeah, keep guessing, guys.
The second game?
I don't know if that's on PS3 either. Sorry, what, Ozzy?
No, that's not. That game is not on. No, wait, it is. No, I think it's HD or
what?
Remastered. I think I don't know.
HD Remastered. That's cool.
Yeah. So Yeah, Soul Calibur 2. I was gonna say either Soul Calibur 5 or
Well,
Soul Calibur.
it is 5. It's 5. It's 5.
Five.
Yeah.
Oh, 5.
Guys, the reason why I got 5 is because it's as a guest character, which is Ezio from Assassin's Creed. My first,
really?
my first assassin from the Assassin's Creed franchise is in Soul Calibur 5 as a guest character.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then, guys, it's actually pretty funny coincidence that you say HD collection, Ozzy, because I got a HD collection for a set of 3 games made by the company Capcom. HD collection remastered of a game franchise by Capcom.
I'm gonna take a guess and say Mega Man.
No, unfortunately.
Okay, let me say. Devil May Cry.
Yeah, well done, Devil May Cry. The HD collection, Devil May Cry remastered.
I sold it the other day at my store. Didn't get it though.
I mean,
maybe next time.
Because I like Capcom, I thought I'd get into that as well. And then, guys, I got 5 movies. Now, one of them is for a film by Scorsese, and it also stars Robert De Niro in one of his many collaborations with Scorsese. It's an old film as well, guys. So it's definitely not Killers of the Flower Moon.
And that one hasn't even been released yet on Blu-ray.
Exactly.
What decade did it come out?
A decade. Does it even say on here? I'm looking now at where is it? It says 1991 Universal Studios, so I assume it's 1991. I've already got Casino, Declan. Love Casino.
Right now.
Yeah, 991 it says on here, so I hope it's the right release date for it.
Cape Fear?
Yeah, well done. It's Cape Fear. Great film.
Yep, 991.
Yeah, great film. And the year was right, brilliant. Then, guys, I got a Blu-ray for a film that came out this year, and it's a film, the latest film I've seen by one of my favorite directors of all time, and he has the initials of WA as well.
WA. Is it Asteroid City?
Yeah, it is Asteroid City by Wes Anderson. Great film, this. With lots of his collaborators in it, a great cast of actors. After that, guys, I got a 2-part DC movie, which is animated actually, which actually released in 2021. So don't guess what that is. It's a 2-part DC animated movie.
Long Halloween.
Yeah, well done. Batman Long Halloween 2-parter. Both parts. Yeah, this 2-part was great. And it definitely helped for us to, my opinion, that DC is better in animation than live action. That's what I'll say about our Blaze back with us. Connection probably being a pain for him because he just told me earlier, sadly. And then last, when it comes to films, guys, I got a steelbook for a film from 1986. And the clue I give to this film is I've already covered it. A movie didn't need a sequel because, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to this film, there can only be one.
Highlander.
Yep, Highlander. As a Blu-ray steelbook, yeah, there it is. It even says it there, guys. There can only be one. What a coincidence. There can only be one.
Looks like whoever was made that steelbook secretly hates the sequels.
I think so. I wouldn't blame him if he did, especially Highlander 2. Oh. And then last up, guys, the last thing that I got was not unfortunately a figure, but actually a shirt for one of my favourite franchises. And the clue I can give is this franchise is, shall we say, dystopian.
Mad Max.
Yep, Mad Max. There you go. It's a Mad Max shirt. Yeah.
Ooh.
This means if I do videos where I review the Mad Max movies, I'll definitely wear this in them. I'll also wear it when I'm doing my review of Furiosa when it comes on next year as well. Because yeah, that's a film that I am keen on checking out because I love the Mad Max franchise. And I want to watch it mainly so I can spot Chris Hemsworth as well.
Yeah, and I thought the trailer was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was good, yeah.
He seems to be having a lot of trouble with Discord right now.
I noticed, yeah, because he keeps joining and coming back, doesn't it? And it says in my chat it's not letting him join, which is weird. Oh, dear.
Must be a connection issue.
I think that's what he said, yeah.
That happened to me once.
Declan, if you want to see me rank my films, check out my ranking video because I posted a ranking video last year for my Max franchise. I'm not gonna rank them now because we'll be here all day. We're talking about them, so yeah, go check out my ranking video for it. Just be aware, most of the video is me gushing about Fury Road though, because that's my favourite one. I mean, I regard Fury Road as one of the best action films of all time, actually, as well.
It certainly is.
Yeah. So that being said, guys, what were your favourite things I just presented then?
Oh, I think I would go with all the movies actually.
All the films, cool. Ozzy?
I mean, when it comes to all those movies, it's hard to pick a favorite because I haven't seen any of those films.
Okay.
Yeah, same with me, but I'm gonna pick Highlander because of how it literally on the cover said there could only be one.
Yeah, which I said, yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking Highlander.
Yeah, good thinking, yeah. How about Don and Patrick? Have you two got a favourite as well?
Not really familiar with any of them.
Highlander.
Good thinking, Don. Yeah, I love Highlander. Take care, Declan. Thanks for being here.
By the way, I kind of wanted to mention something.
Go ahead, Patrick.
So, you guys remember that series I'm planning on making that I mentioned earlier?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I figured since I'm going for a 50s feel with the series, or at least comedically speaking, I decided to music. I'm going to be getting a lot of music that has that 50s feel, you know, like jazz, saxophone, and that sort of thing.
Good thinking.
Just an old-timey feel to the music. And
Good thinking.
usually I try to avoid copyrighted music, but I figured if this is going to be a series that talks about mysterious songs and all that stuff, there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to do that series without at least once having to include some copyrighted music in there.
Exactly.
For the subject that I'm talking about. So I figured I might as well just go with whatever music I want then. So I decided to get music from the soundtracks of a few different pieces of media. And I kind of want to see if you guys recognize these pieces of media. So I'm going to mention them, and you guys can tell me if you recognize them. So there's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes. My favourite Wild West game of all time.
Cowboy Bebop.
I've heard of that.
Yep.
Once Upon a Time in America.
Yes, I love that film. I love that film.
Okay, that one I haven't.
I love that film.
Skullgirls.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, neither do I.
I think I've heard a little bit of it.
I think it's a fighting game. I don't entirely remember. But Cuphead.
I've heard of Cuphead. Not seen it though. Whatever it is.
Well, I played it.
Oh, it's a game. Okay, it's a game. Oh, that game. Okay.
Was,
well, I've not played it. I've not played it, so yeah.
I straight up refuse to play Cuphead.
I'm not interested, to be honest.
I think it's because Cuphead is kind of a difficult game. It's purposely very hard, so it's a game that can test your patience if you don't have enough of it.
Yeah, you want to suffer like I did?
No. Basically, it's not a bad game from what I've heard.
It's
just a game where, like, if you want to play it, you're gonna have to be someone with a lot of patience.
Yeah, that's my take.
I don't have patience, really, to be honest.
Yeah, just watch the cutscenes and you'll be all set. That's only if you're interested or not.
I'm not
if you're
interested.
interested, just watch the cutscenes. Yeah.
All right. So next up we have. Give me a second. Sam and Max Save the World.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
All right. Undertale.
Yeah.
I've heard of Undertale, not seen it, but whatever it is.
Yeah. You want? You want to know something funny about Undertale?
What about it?
You want to know how I discovered it?
How?
Oh,
through memes.
Memes.
Yeah, I think it's the same deal with me. So the next one is one I'm fairly certain most of you probably aren't familiar with because it's one that even I'm not that familiar with, as it's an obscure video game platformer. Contrast.
Never
No,
heard,
not
never
really.
heard of it. Never heard of it.
Ring a bell. Hold up. Let me search that up. Doesn't ring a bell.
I think it's called Contrast. It's
Hmm.
it's spelled CONTRAST.
Mm. Well, I've never heard of it, unfortunately. So yeah.
Okay, it doesn't come to mind. At first, I thought you were talking about the game Contra.
And let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just a bunch of music from those different pieces of media because they all are either jazzy or saxophony or have that old-timey feel that I think will fit.
Well,
And
I
that's
can
basically
see what you
I'm
mean. Yeah.
using for background music.
And Patrick, you know how you mentioned earlier about Once Upon a Time in America? Does that mean that you're familiar with the composer called Ennio Morricone?
Not super well, but I do know he's the guy behind that iconic piece of music from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, because I was thinking, you know, would you include music from that trilogy? You know, the Dollars trilogy, as it's known as.
I don't think so necessarily, because I think that has more of a Wild West feeling to it, as I'm trying to catch more of that noir feeling with the music. However, I am planning on giving the series a few small skits here and there, or reenactments, when I'm retelling the backstories behind some of the Lost Wave songs. So I might use different types of music for those moments to fit the tone of those skits.
Patrick, if you want another recommendation for what kind of music when it comes to jazz, I highly recommend you listen to a guy named Duke Ellington.
Did he do the soundtracks for anything, or is it just his songs?
No, it's like songs, yeah. And they're all jazz.
Can you write his name in the no mic chat thing for me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Because I don't think I'm familiar with him. Although, to be fair, the world of jazz isn't the one I'm super familiar with in general, if I've got to be completely honest.
And his music also sounds like it comes from 50s. It'll be perfect.
Oh, nice. So it sounds like it'll be right up your street then. Cool.
Yeah, because that's the kind of feeling I want to catch with this sort of background music. I also think the serious music work well in some of the comedic moments, you know? Because it's like the whole contrast of having a serious music, a serious mood, and serious artwork, and then you've just got ridiculous dialogue on top of that. The contrast can make for some good comedy, you know?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Working now, Blaze, thank goodness for that.
Patrick, I just sent you a piece of music from him.
Thank you.
That is definitely I'll definitely give you a 50s feel.
Yeah, I think this can work.
I think it'll be perfect for you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, movie lover. What's your real name again? I forgot.
Don.
It's Don G. Corleone now.
Don. All right. Hey, Don, I'm kind of curious. In the no mic chat, I posted some artwork I have made as of late. Do you think it looks good?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's in my no mic chat. I want to take a look at it.
All you gotta do is click on the no mic chat and you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
Do you see it, Dom?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you see that picture of Patrick drew?
Well, I'd have to hang up and.
No, you don't need to hang up. You don't need to. You can just, you know, like.
You don't need to. Just go to No, actually, it won't such a thing.
Yeah.
It won't.
So yeah,
But I definitely hope that the series can turn out well. Although, to be fair, even though I'm going to be using a bunch of music from different sources, I do plan on potentially getting like a Michael Pager to compose a short little piece of music that I can use as like an intro piece, like a very short little intro.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, good thinking. That's nice, Donny. Yeah, soup's a really good idea to have, especially when it's freezing. Yeah.
And what I plan on doing is have it have the same melody as arguably the most famous Lost Wave song, the one that basically created the Lost Wave genre, which is called either Like the Wind, which is its placeholder title, or the title it's most famously known for, which is The Most Mysterious Song on the Internet.
The most mysterious song. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Currently watching Home Alone, I not so that's awesome. Well, unfortunately, not so. This week I'll be rewatching Home Alone 4 and 5. So yeah, not looking forward to that. But yeah, but nonetheless, I still hope you guys have enjoyed my reviews so far for the first two films, at least.
Yeah, but that was fun. Yep.
Yeah, and I also hope you guys who are watching the series also enjoyed yesterday's episode of Hound that aired.
Yeah, you know, definitely know that I did.
I mean, Shadow, what did you think of it without spoiling it?
It was awesome.
That's cool.
That's literally all I can say. Just.
And how did you react to the defeat in the episode that I'm speaking of?
Yeah, that was actually satisfying.
Satisfying. That's good to hear. Yeah, but the last episode's going to be airing next Friday, and then yeah, that's it. It's over. Kind of feels pretty weird when it's over.
Oh, I can't believe it. It's already finishing.
Yeah, it's been airing for over a year, guys. But then again, it's important to know that all good stories have to come to an end at some point, don't they? You can't just keep milking it, can you?
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you can see why I hate them when I, of course, talked about them in Thursday's video on Old is Better Than You when it comes to Star Wars films.
Exactly why Disney had a pretty terrible year this year.
Yeah.
Because people finally got sick of them.
Rightfully so.
And speaking of which, Vermont is currently watching Wish.
Oh, God. Well, good luck to him.
I've heard terrible things about it.
Exactly.
I've heard that apparently Disney's gonna copyright to me. Usually it's years until you lose the copyright for something, and it goes into the public domain. Lose it, like extend their time for keeping copyright is.
So the best speaking of Mickey Mouse, especially the joke.
So how they're making fun of Disney. Today's Disney, aren't they?
And
by the way,
Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Literally twice in the same episode.
Yeah, what she deserves.
You want? You guys want to do something kind of funny related to that, but kind of messed up at the same time.
What?
I actually told that joke to someone, and I actually got in trouble for it.
Oh no!
I need to. No, I just didn't care. I just kept laughing when I made that the South Park Mickey Mouse joke. I still need to watch. I still gotta watch that Pandaverse special because I heard.
I recommend it. I recommend it. It's great. It is comedy gold on.
By the way, I have 2 questions for Alex.
Well, go ahead, ask him.
Hello. Yes.
The first one is Alex. So in the No Mic chat, I posted 2 pieces of artwork that I just made, and I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts on it.
I mean, take a look here in the no right tradition. Well, what can I say? It looks pretty cool. I like the purple color.
Thanks. The other thing I was curious about is, are you going to, at any point, because you're a busy dude, I can totally understand if it's going to take a while before you can get around to it, but are you going to write some sort of little review for like the 5th episode of Darth Vader at some point? Because I'm very curious to hear your feedback on it, especially since you were involved in making it.
Well, I can speak to you or talk to you about it, but writing it at the moment, I do not have the time to write it necessarily, any kind of review. Personally, if you want, I can tell whenever I can speak to you. I can talk to you about it and tell you my thoughts. But I don't think I'd have the time at the moment to write something for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll of course share my thoughts on it in the not too distant future when I record my reaction to it. As a favour to you, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, because as you guys know, of course, I've stepped down from reacting on a regular basis. I'm only reacting to my friends as a favour now, anyway.
And we appreciate that greatly. We very greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, one of them you'll be aware of course, is how I've been posting reactions to Jay's projects he's posted to YouTube, his reels, of course. Yeah, they've been lots of fun to check out. And if he's watching, I hope he's well. He'll probably call me one day. Who knows?
Oh, by the way, I have a question for Shadow.
We'll go ahead, ask him.
Right here.
I think you and I completely forgot about that little voice range thing I wanted you to record for me a while back.
Oh yeah.
Do you think I can get around to that at some point?
Yeah, I just haven't had a lot of time, but definitely try.
Just take our time you need, Shadow. No rush.
It's just so that I can know what kind of voices you can do, so that's easier to know if I want to cast you in something or not.
Yeah, what I can do.
Donnie, you are so right when you say what about Disney. You're so right. Yeah, and as well, guys, if you guys are wondering what the next episode of Old is Better Than New is going to be covering next Thursday, it's going to be, one of my favorite shows of all time, which is Doctor Who.
Oh, thank you so much.
I mean, I think it's the biggest example of a show which is still airing to this day, where I think the Old is better than New, really, live action wise, that is.
Look what has happened to Doctor Who now.
Yeah, it's massacred beyond all belief.
Definitely with the Timeless Children, those 2 new specials that have come out.
Yeah, apparently Shadow the third one came out today, so yeah, but I have no interest in seeing it.
And I basically just completely gave up on being like a Doctor Who fan a while back.
Yeah, Patrick, just out of curiosity, what was the episode that you gave up on? Was it a series that you stopped or a particular episode? Where did you give up exactly?
I didn't really actively watch the show like ever, but I was more or less just into the franchise in general. It was more or less just because people just was so negative about like everything because of how bad the latest episodes was, and
they were bad. Yeah, definitely. We're not wrong.
Realized that I wasn't having any fun anymore being a Doctor Who fan. So
I know how you feel.
I basically just like left the community after that.
Paula for the best. Yeah, Doctor Who to me is a dead franchise, and in my opinion, guys, The Timeless Child is one of the worst retcons ever in history of media. It's terrible. Yeah, in my opinion, it's disrespectful to those who created the Doctor in the 60s when we first created the show. It's very disrespectful to them.
I mean, I would literally say everything the BBC does with Doctor Who and this is disrespectful.
Yeah, it is. And it's also so amazing to me in an appalling way, I must say, how much better the old Doctor Who stuff is compared to now. Better story, better dialogue, better characters, better villains, I might add. Like, I don't know what happened, really. And Shadow, you know how you said that you gave up with Geordie's first season, didn't you? The 30 was it the 11th season? I think it was.
Season 13.
13. Wait, Shadow. When you say series 13, do you mean Flux? Doctor Who Flux?
Yeah, it was like early, in Jodie's first season. Yeah.
Her first season. Oh wow, that was the 11th series of the Revive series. So,
Oh, okay.
does that mean that you saw the New Year's Day special, or did you like stop it? You know, during that series.
Well, I thought the first episode was decent enough. But someone said which one was it? Okay, that one.
I mean, what I will say, Shadow, is if you've not seen, you know, the New Year's Day special called Resolution, then please don't, because in my opinion it ruins the Daleks a lot.
I think I think I gave up after episode 7.
Probably for the best. I mean, because what's so dumb, Shadow, is the episode has only one Dalek in it, right? And guess what? It's made out of trash.
Oh wow! So they're literally just calling the Daleks trash.
Pretty much, yeah, and it breaks my heart because they're my favorite Doctor villain of all time.
One of my favorite sci-fi villains ever.
I mean,
would never imagine Doctor Who ever doing that.
Yeah, because the Daleks as well, guys, they're not just my favorite Doctor Who villain, but they're actually my favorite TV show villain of all time as well.
Like, the Daleks are timeless in every way.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna insult them like that?
Yeah, it's very insulting to Terry Nation, who created the Daleks.
We're probably just better off watching, like, the fan-made content at this point.
If it's faithful to the show, Patrick, absolutely. I imagine there's great stuff out there, and Patrick, would you recommend? Because I know you listen to these, haven't you, for some of your projects? Would you recommend Big Finish?
I'm not sure. I haven't watched any of the recent stuff, or listened some of the most recent stuff because I kind of fell off with the franchise, of course. But I definitely would recommend some of the earlier ones, like basically everything since the late 90s when they started, which I think was 97 or something like that, and until like at least like 2015 or 16 or something like that is like the latest ones I've listened to. I don't know about after that. You're gonna have to look at reviews and stuff like that to know if they're still good or not.
No worries.
But I definitely know the early ones they've done are like pretty good. I've definitely heard like their first run with Paul McGann's Eighth Doctor was pretty good.
That's cool. Yeah, I definitely want to check out more of him because I think he's a good Doctor, Paul McGann. It's a shame he only had that film, didn't he, from 1996, didn't he? So it's good that he was able to do Big Finish stuff, isn't it?
And the 2013 short episode.
The Night of the Doctor it's called, which was a prequel to the 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor.
Yeah.
I think he deserves his own series, actually, Paul McGann.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust
BBC
to not mess it up.
Yeah, but considering what they've become today, I think they'd massacre it. So I would have loved if he did a series, you know, taking place after the film, but before he, of course, turns into John Hurt, of course, before the Night of the Doctor.
Yeah, I think that's basically where like the audio stories take place.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Like their first audio drama with Paul McGann, I'm not sure how far after the movie that one's supposed to take place because I haven't listened to. But I think basically what you have to do to listen to them is basically make an account on the Big Finish website and then just buy an audio drama to listen to.
Okay.
And you get them as an audio file along with a few other files, and that's how you listen to them. Okay,
cool. I'll definitely consider that one day. You saw Paul McGann, Joseph. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I wish I could meet Paul McGann one day. Yeah. if you guys are fans of the Alien franchise, you may also be unfortunately aware that the Paul McGann is sadly in what is the worst one, Alien 3, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I remember finding out he was in that one because I saw the Mac Muscles video on it, because he does that What Happened series where he looks at pieces of media with terrible productions.
Yeah.
And in that video, he did indeed mention that Paul McGann was in the movie, which I didn't know before seeing that video.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate he was in that pile of trash. One of the worst sequels I've ever seen in my life, Alien 3 is.
Yeah, and thanks to that video, I also learned that it was, if I remember correctly, it was David Fincher's directorial debut.
It was, unfortunately. And he was screwed over by the studio.
And basically, he said at the end of that video, in an excerpt from an interview he did, no one hated it more than me.
Well, I don't blame David in the slightest, really, because you know, it's a terrible movie, and he was unfortunately screwed over by the studio. Sadly, he was screwed over by them, and so I don't blame him in the slightest for hating the movie.
Yeah, if you want more details on what went down with that film behind the scenes, I would definitely recommend checking out the video "What Happened to Alien 3" by YouTuber Mac Muscles.
Sure thing, yeah.
He makes pretty good videos about pieces of media that had terrible productions, both games, movies, and I'm not sure if he's done like TV shows too, but that wouldn't shock me if he has.
Maybe he has, who knows? I mean, it wouldn't be surprised if he did it to Doctor Who.
Yeah. But it does seem like movies and video games are the pieces of media he covers.
Does games too, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh yeah, it's mostly games he covers, but with the occasional movie here and there.
That's nice. So he specializes mainly in doing games related to videos. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and Patrick,
like he started out just doing games, but then branched out into doing movies too.
And just out of curiosity, Patrick, did he cover The Last of Us Part 2 in his series of videos, or what happened to games?
Part 2 of what?
The Last of Us.
I don't know if he has yet, but if not, then I definitely wouldn't be shocked if it's on his list.
Maybe it is. I mean, because that game, of course, had a really negative reception, including from me. So yeah.
Yeah, but it could also be that he only covers games and movies if they, not necessarily because they get bad reviews, but only if they have like a notably bad production or something. And if that game didn't have a notably bad production, then it's unlikely he's going to cover it. Because that's the whole point of the series, to look at terrible productions, not the final product.
Okay. So yeah, sadly, Miles Spider-Man 2 didn't win any awards from the Game Awards this year. Well, you know what? I don't really care. I don't really care about Game Awards anyway when it comes to what wins what these days.
And sorry I interrupted you guys there. It's just that I finally got word back from the guy I'm working with on the Star Wars Audio Comics channel, as he had gone silent for a while.
And you sound really happy, Patrick.
Yeah, I just got word back from him because he's been silent for a while, but apparently he got some big tests coming up, as he just explained to me. And he literally just responded back after a long time, just as you were talking, Luke. So that's why I suddenly said, oh, hey!
No worries. That's fine. So yeah, personally, guys, I don't care about Game Awards, really, to be honest. I really don't care.
And also, when it comes to the Game Awards this year, I think Hogwarts Legacy should have won.
Yeah, it should have done, yeah. You see what I mean? Because you know, especially, I think this has probably been my opinion on them since, you know, The Last of Us won Game of the Year. Last of Us 2 won it, didn't it? You know, 2020, right? So, by my opinion, was a bad move.
From the Game Awards, the only thing I agree with them this year is mostly on Zelda, but on that, I just didn't pay attention to anything else.
Although we did also, of course, get the announcement of Hideo Kojima's new game, which is a horror game called OD. It's simply called OD. And if you guys are fans of Jordan Peele, he's actually working with Jordan Peele on making this game. So yeah, but unfortunately, guys, it's only on Microsoft-related consoles, sadly.
Oh,
So that means it's going to be on like Series XS and all that, really. But you know what? I don't care really because I'm done with Microsoft. Which actually reminds me, guys, because on Sunday last week, actually, I did an act of kindness. That's what that is.
what is it?
If you guys remember how I had an Xbox One, which I've retired from playing on nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Luke. Sorry for interrupting. It's just that I gotta go now.
Oh, no worries. No worries, Patrick.
Because he just responded back, and he's got some important stuff for me, and I was gonna leave soon anyways. So
That's fine.
I
No
gotta
worries.
leave now.
No worries. Well, yeah, thanks for being here, Patrick. It's been fun talking to you, and good luck with your projects.
Yeah, thanks. So I'll see you guys another time, or hear you guys another time.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, see you soon. Yeah. Thanks for being here, Patrick.
See you next time.
See you soon.
See you.
Bye,
See ya.
guys.
Yeah,
See ya.
you next time. Have a great rest of you there.
So, guys, like I was saying,
Thanks
so
for listening.
if you guys remember, I played an Xbox One for most of my life from 2014 to early this year, and I retired from it because I'm losing interest in Xbox. I'm moving on to PlayStation now. After I cancelled my subscription for Xbox Live because I don't need it anymore now, I gave my Xbox One to my brother.
Ooh, nice. That's
Because
very nice.
yeah, because he wants to play games now, so I thought I'd give him my Xbox.
That's very kind.
Yeah, so I thought I'd do that for him, really. So yeah, you know, it's good to be kind to people, guys. It costs nothing. Just be kind.
Now that you mentioned Xbox, look what's plugged back in.
You plugged it in,
Yep.
and what's that for? Are you playing something?
Yep, because that's the only way I can play Halo, and plus there's also a variety of reasons. I was getting really annoyed because I thought it would stop working, because if there's something I don't like, my electronics stop working. That's something I really don't like.
Yeah, I hate that when things stop working. It's very annoying.
And the only other reason is because one of my friends is still an Xbox user, and I still want to, keep in touch with him. So that's
Fair
why
enough.
I plugged it back in.
Fair enough. Oh, what's this now? I just got recommended something on YouTube related to Doctor Who. Get ready to meet the Doctor and Ruby. Christmas Day 2023. # Doctor Who. You can eat my shorts. Eat my shorts.
More like Doctor Who cares anymore.
I don't care. So yeah, they can eat my shorts, as Bart Simpson would say.
And then I'm pretty sure Homer would go like,
It's what I do to whoever thought it'd be a good idea to masker this show.
I mean, what I would say to the one who destroyed the show is exterminate.
Good thinking. So yeah.
And I would also say that to all the woke writers. That adds in a bunch of useless pronouns.
That mean nothing.
And also as well, guys, right? It looks like they destroyed a lot of the franchise a lot more in this new episode that just came out today, because Shadow, you know how apparently Day 10 was going to be generated into Ncuti Gatwa?
Yeah.
Guess what, right? Rather than turn into him, he literally creates Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, and they become two of them together.
What the fuck? Huh?
Yeah, I know it's stupid. Like, that just completely destroys the law of a regeneration, because if you guys aren't aware what generation is, when a Time Lord, which is the Doctor species, as far as I'm concerned, of course, is killed, they don't literally just drop dead. They, of course, die slowly. Every time a body will die. And they can actually have a trick to heal themselves, but it comes with a cost, being that your appearance will change, basically. So they've literally just destroyed the law right there.
And here also changing back to David Tennant was bad enough.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh, hey Jay, nice to see you here. I was literally mentioning you before, actually, talking about your reels I've been reacting to. Yeah, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, bro.
Hey,
Gushing about your reels earlier. And by the way, Jay, I saw your teaser trailer for your Spider-Man fan film just and I'm like, please give me this fan film already, please.
No, for a fact, it's gonna be way better than Spider-Man Lotus.
100%.
Not better.
Yes, Jay, I loved your teaser. I'm like, just give me that fan film already, please. It's gonna be much better than anything that the MCU is doing nowadays, isn't it? I have no doubt about it for a single second.
And Jay, I just want to let you know that I sadly not seen the teaser yet, but I'm going to this soon.
It's definitely worth every second. Because when I saw it, I was like, yeah, bring me this all day, every day, please. And also, guys, I have not seen Spider-Man Lotus, but I didn't hear good things about it.
Well, that's why you got me.
I mean, some people have heard. I think Rambo for Life also said this on his title for his review, but apparently it's the worst Spider-Man movie ever made.
Apparently, it's not. Well, let me put it like this: it makes Chasm 2 look like a masterpiece in comparison.
Does it? Goodness me. That's pretty shocking, really.
Yep.
Going to be unique. Well, I can't wait to see it, and I especially love how a Spider-Man costume, of course, is Tobey's costume in it. That's just awesome. I love that.
That is fan service done right.
Yes.
Perfectly, much like No Way Home.
Mm-hmm. Yep, can't wait for it, Jay. I'm very excited. February, couple of months, awesome. Well, I can't wait. I'm very excited.
I mean, just 2 months, sweet.
Yeah, really can't wait for it. You keep everyone posted, Jay. Awesome. I'll definitely keep an eye out for what you gotta say. I'm definitely very excited. And when you do post for FanFun, Jay, I'll definitely, of course, watch it, and I will also post a review for it as well, like The Devil's Daughter. I mean, because so far, Devil's Daughter is my favorite fan film you've been in, Jay, but I wonder if this film will top it. Who knows? I'll have to wait and see, won't we? I mean, it all depends on opinion, really, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
But I'm sure, because it's fan service done right in the trailer, as Shadow mentioned, I think I'll love it. I have faith in it. Because when fans of a franchise make a project for fans, it can turn out to be phenomenal, can't it?
Yeah.
Really, Jay? Oh man, that's unfortunate. Well, no worries. But it was nice for you to pop up in the comments, Jay. Because I imagine you're very busy, aren't you? So that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I can relate, because I mean, I don't know if I told you this or not, Jay, but of course I've